Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Night Live in Lexington, you guys. My name is Kathryn Kauffman, and I'm a psychic medium here in Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome to my every Monday night show. This is where we discuss what and who we are in this journey called life. Let me see about...
Welcome to my every Monday night show.
Woo! I've got to get the sound off of that somehow. So welcome everybody. Happy Monday. I know it's been really cold outside, but we're definitely warm at heart here in Lexington. Trying to get all these
Warm at heart here
things situated. I need my chat up, but I don't want the audio with it. Let's see here. How can I do that? Hey to all you guys over here on Instagram. One bow, one arrow, haunted, creepy. Happy Monday night to you guys. Bear with me for just a second to see if I can get this audio off so it doesn't have feedback. We don't want any feedback. You know, that would be... I think I got it. Okay, so I can see the chat over here on Facebook. Hey to Ina, good to see you. Melissa Begley, Magical Monday indeed. Susan Nisi, Melissa Newman, good to see you guys this evening. Hey to Yasmin over here on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. This is a really common question, although I haven't ever seen anybody present an answer to it. Is why do ghosts disappear? And can you let me know if the audio for you guys is okay? Because we have a new setup here. You can't see it because the chat box, there it is. We have a new setup, and I'm trying to see if this one will work out okay. And I think I'll just shrink this down a little bit. There we go. That way, it's unobstructed. All right, now, if you guys have any questions, as usual, go ahead and ask them in the chat, and I'll try to watch in between all of the streaming things that we've got going on. Special shout out to everybody that's listening on the podcast this evening. And I think there's about 7 or 8 different platforms on the podcast that are distributed by Anchor. Glad that you guys are listening tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in wherever you are. Hey to Tasha, good to see you tonight. So, there are 2 occurrences that I want to present to you because these are like the 2 major things that people relate to me when they ask me about why do ghosts disappear. So the first occurrence is, and you've probably seen this on TV where, you know, we have a group of ghost hunters and they're monitoring a certain area for activity, and they see activity on the video or on the monitors, and they go running into the area, and as soon as they get to the area, the activity stops. And please shout out if you've ever had this happen to you. Hey to Jessica, good to see you tonight. And this happens in other ways. Let's say you hear a knocking at the other end of the house, and you finally get up enough courage to go investigate and see what it is, and by the time you get in there, it's either gone or it's changed locations. Sometimes that happens. Hey to Sam Montgomery. So that's the first occurrence that I want to present to you. The second occurrence is the most common one, and that is if you see something, and it can be either late at night or in an isolated area. If you see something like maybe you see a mist or darkness, or maybe you see an apparition, and as soon as you see it, it goes away. So let me know in the comments if you've ever had either one of those occurrences happen to you, and I would like to see a hand count on which type of occurrence for you guys is the most common. Occurrence number 1 or occurrence number 2? Hey to Tim Crow, good to see you tonight. And please feel free to ask questions. The more questions, the better. Okay, so let's get a little shout out over here going on Instagram. Hey to Diane Carnival and Housebroker 1. Good to see you guys, and if you have any questions, I'll be looking for those as well. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything over here on Facebook. Okay, no, we're good. All right. So let's go over that first occurrence where you see something either on camera or on video, and you run in and all the activity stops, or you hear something on the other end of the house and you get up enough courage to go investigate, and either it stops or it changes its location. Ooh, allergies. Hey to Christy. So what's happening there? And why does it stop? Okay, so, and this is what I advise people to do when they're doing an investigation. When you have a video camera, before you go into a location, stay on the periphery of the location and take your video and take your pictures on the outside. Because what is happening is when spirits cause phenomena to occur, this is like an energetic scaffolding in the environment. So in order to come into this dimension, manifest, create an apparition, there has to be some sort of energetic web or scaffolding that's set up that allows the manifestation to occur. And so that's a real delicate type of thing. Right down to, small sonic booms that produce sound phenomena. And so when this sort of energetic web is set up in the environment, then you can see phenomena, you can hear phenomena. And when you go into the area, in effect, you're collapsing the web of energy that has been set up in that area that causes the phenomena to occur. And so as soon as you get to a certain point, that's going to cause the phenomena to stop. And so that's why I usually suggest people take their video and their pictures before they enter an area, because it can really affect any other phenomena from happening. Now, some spirits are pretty good at setting up that web of energy. Maybe they've done it several times before. They know what to do, and they're really versed at that. And, different phenomena can manifest pretty rapidly. But for the most part, that energetic web is pretty complex. And once it's collapsed, it doesn't really come back. So that's the first kind of occurrence that happens. And that's usually for people who are trying to get some kind of evidence and who are actively looking for this type of phenomenon. Now, the second occurrence is the one that happens to more of us more often. And that is when you are maybe right on the edge of sleep, or alone reading a book, or just relaxing, and suddenly you see a mist, or you might see part of an apparition or a full apparition. Hey to Sharon May Maddox. Hope you're feeling better, girl. And as soon as you see the apparition, it disappears. This is the most common one that we think of when we think of ghosts disappearing on us. So what's happening with that, and why does it occur? So we have to look at, hey to Mammy Lawson, we have to look at how the phenomena occurs for that. So the key to this is an altered brainwave state. Usually most manifestations are going to occur while the person is in a relaxed or kind of zoned out type of state, And when we do that, we are in effect dropping the brain waves, or the brain waves are slowing down. So a lot of times this will happen right before you go to sleep, or right as you're waking up, or maybe even, kind of when you're zoned out driving, or if you're just relaxing, trying to read a book, or maybe you're just kind of zoned out watching TV. And when I say zoned out, it's that sort of light trance state where you're sort of paying attention, but not really. It's not real interesting, but you're just trying to unwind and relax. And so what happens is the brain waves drop from daily activity of beta wave down to alpha wave. Now, beta wave is the brain wave you use when you're at work and you're task oriented and focused. Hey to Dawn, good to see you. And hey to Kitty Literal over here on Instagram, good that you joined us this evening. So when you're in beta wave, your consciousness is task oriented and you're really paying attention to your environment. But when you are zoned out or in a light trance-like state, that's usually alpha wave, and that is the most receptive state to psychic phenomena. Now, when you're really a little bit further down in a trance-like state, that's what we call theta wave, and that's most often where you will see an apparition or some type of paranormal phenomena manifest. Now, what happens is when you're in theta wave, you're receptive to that information. And so when your brain realizes that it's seeing something, what happens is the consciousness has a shift. And that shift is the consciousness says, oh my gosh, that's not normal. That's paranormal. And right away, that shift of recognition in the consciousness bumps those brain waves back up to beta, and that in effect shuts off the input of this psychic or paranormal phenomena that occurs. So if you want to be able to see and hear and communicate better with people who've crossed on, ghost spirits, you would need to train yourself to stay in that theta wave frame of mind or brainwave consciousness so that you don't accidentally shut off that input. Hey to Kathy Dalton. Now, these days we use what we call binaural beats, and it's a brain entrainment technique. And these videos are all free on YouTube, and like I said, you want to use the theta wave brain entrainment techniques to train yourself to stay in that frame of mind so that you're not switching the channel, because that's really in effect what is happening is when your conscious mind realizes that's not normal, it changes the channel of input and it shuts off all of the receiving information that you're getting. But if you can train yourself to stay in theta wave or even stay in alpha wave, you have a better chance of continuing to see what's there and to receive the information. So back to using the brain entrainment techniques. I'll leave a link in the show notes on Facebook after the show of a good theta wave brain entrainment technique. Now, to use brain entrainment techniques, you have to wear earbuds or headphones or the technique won't work, because this specific technique works off of a two-ear effect. And so you have to split the tones that you get from the video into two different frequencies, and that's why you have to wear the headphones or earbuds. Now, after 10 minutes of listening to the video, your brain waves will automatically change to that targeted amplitude of that particular brainwave that you're wanting, because there are brain entrainment techniques for all different kinds of brainwaves, from gamma to delta. And they all have different benefits, but we're looking for the specific benefit of continuing on the input from the manifestation that is occurring. Maybe they're wanting communication, maybe they are presenting as a warning, maybe they're presenting as a threat, and these are things that we need to know. So when people switch their brainwaves and bump them up higher and change the channel, and they're not receiving that input anymore, they automatically think that the apparition is gone, or it's, gone back to where it's from, but it's actually still there. They're just not receiving the information. Let me check for questions. Hey to Angela Shields and Fred Ryburn. Good to see you guys tonight. And Kathy Cozy's over here on Instagram with the Wizard. Good to see you. And Brenda, good to see you tonight. So this is how the input is received, and this is how the input is lost as well. So I will definitely leave a link in the show notes for a Theta Wave meditation for you to use. Please remember to use earbuds or headphones to listen, and that will help you stay in that brainwave a little bit longer. You're going to have to try to train yourself to remain calm and to stay in that trance-like state. Otherwise, your consciousness is going to wipe out whatever phenomena that you're looking at there. I know this is kind of a short show tonight, but usually there's a lot more questions and a lot more discussion. But if you guys are good with the info, I'm good with it too. If you have any leftover questions, please put them in the comments, and I will get to them tomorrow. I'll definitely leave a link to a Theta Wave meditation for you. You can look up other Theta Wave meditations on YouTube, and you want to type in the search box binaural beats for Theta Wave. And that's binaural, binaural, and that means two-ear. Beats for Theta Wave. Now, if you just want psychic input and you don't care to see any spirits or apparitions, you can always, elevate a little bit higher up to Alpha Wave. Alpha Wave is a really good brainwave for problem solving. Statistics show that in Alpha Wave, your ability to problem solve doubles, and it doubles because you're communicating directly with the subconscious, and your subconscious holds a tremendous amount of information and help for you. So definitely try some binaural beats and see what kind of response that you get. And if you're somebody that has had that experience of seeing an apparition and then it disappeared, I would like to know after the show in the comments for you guys, how many of you this has happened to. Remember occurrence number 1 or occurrence number 2? Is it more when you went in to investigate, the phenomenon stopped, or was it your brain that shut off the input? Like, did you get scared or startled and that shut the input off for you? So let me know what your experiences are. And as always, you guys have a fabulous week. Kisses from Kentucky. And I will see you next week, same time, same place. Bye, guys.